I wanted to believe Josh Pate when he said, this is not going to be a political discussion. I'm going to ask him about NIL and college football and how we shape that. I listened to the interview this morning on my way. It was shorter than I thought. Pate actually explained why.
He's the president.
He said things changed with the schedule. And I will say that it wasn't a political discussion. I think Pate, and now I don't know how much was edited, but there was one moment where Trump patted himself on the back about the job that he did with Venezuela. But even for Trump, who meanders and rambles a lot, like he didn't inject a lot of that into the conversation. There also wasn't college football. It was actually really embarrassing because there was one soft toss to the president, like, what would you do about this? And he started rambling about how the Gamecocks are good and the NFL kickoff rule, and it was just bad. Like,
he's really hot on that NFL kickoff rule.
All he talks about.
He was playing his football hits, but then like the very next question is like, what'd you talk about on the golf trip? And he blew up Urban Meyer's spot, who said it was a bipartisan conversation about college football. Instead, like Trump was like, yeah, they were asking me about Iran, which was funny, but there was nothing there in terms of substantial NIL opinion.
Did you think there was going to be?
I thought so after Josh Pate taped it and said that's what the conversation was going to be. I have the full list of 9 questions here. It was more like, hey, how do you hire the people that you hire? What have you learned about being president twice? The Lincoln bedroom story. Tell me about that. So at the end of it, we got an interview that no doubt will raise Josh Pate's profile, a profile that is ascending.
I am curious about that because, like I just said to Roy, you've got to live in the world that exists, not the one you wish were true. And I feel like a lot of the people that I've seen online going at Josh Pate in advance of this were kind of hoping this is gonna damage your career, man.
He also dismissed,
not like Amin just said. Oh no, Josh Pate understood this is gonna enhance my.
I never heard of Josh Pate until this.
Pate also dismissed the critiques that he got from people on that side of the aisle saying, how are you normalizing this person? He dismissed a lot of those criticisms as criticisms generated by bots, which wasn't the greatest look. Also, not how the bots are working lately. But, yeah, Trump got what he wanted too, which was a sports platform, normalizing him and bringing an audience to Josh Pate. And all in all,
you're a snowflake if you complain about that arrangement. That's my point.
Right.
You cannot make noise about that or Kash Patel or otherwise or be attacked by a large percentage of the country as being soft or a snowflake or unpatriotic.
But it didn't achieve anything other than that.